Hi, I'm here with Don Sheps. Many of you know Don and Nancy. They've been such a wonderful part of our CUMC family, and both Don and Nancy are involved in a number of ministries here. But one of the things that they go to for their own spiritual life and development and expression of that is something called Theology Cafe. Don, could you tell us shortly, what is Theology Cafe?
Theology Cafe is just a bunch of us older people. Mira started one that she called the Theology Pub many years ago. And I told her back then, I said, it's older people who need that sort of thing too. And she's been keeping me out of Theology Pub now for 6 years. So when Pete heard about that, I think he stepped up to say, well, I'll have one for older people.
Well, exactly what is it, if you could describe it for? What do you do at Theology Cafe?
Well, what we've been doing is evolving what we do, But we've started pretty much doing Bible study. And we know ahead of time what hunk of Scripture we're going to talk about next week. And we talk about it. We read up on it and talk about it the next week.
How has it fed your soul?
Oh. My soul gets fed by people, not by reading books, and it's been very good for me and for Nancy to have these other people. We talk about some fairly serious things because Scripture leads us into that. But I think that's the purpose of Scripture, to lead us closer to each other, because that's how God enters my life.
Sounds as if it's been very beneficial to both you and Nancy and hopefully all the participants that you have in Theology Cafe.
I would hope
Now,
that.
you mentioned the name Pete, and
Yeah.
that's Pete Posey here
Yes.
at our church. He has consented to lead that. And
He's old too.
Experienced. Very experienced. Yeah, exactly right. But it also shows that we never stop learning. We never stop expanding our understanding of God and Jesus Christ and the Word for us. It's a constant, ongoing thing, isn't it?
It's certainly true of me. I was surprised at that when I was a young man. When our children were born, I was amazed how much I grew and learned with that. And that's been going on ever since.
Well,
I thought when we got old, we stopped learning, because it seemed that way to me when I looked at older people.
Yeah.
But for me, I just keep growing up.
Keep growing. Well, you and Nancy are such an example to our entire congregation of that truth, is that we never stop growing, and that we need to care for the feeding of our souls and our spiritual lives. And so I just want to thank you for being a part of our church, you and Nancy as well, and for all those people who are involved in Theology Cafe. That kind of ministry, Theology Cafe, and other things here at CUMC wouldn't be possible without the generosity and the giving that so many of you do in support of our ministries. We're just so very thankful to all of you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.